Guys, it's
Now Taxes is a TurboTax expert, doing it all for you, so you can chase this feeling. Now this is Taxes. Intuit TurboTax.
please no lag. After this day, I probably have.
The Nissan Rogue takes hit after hit. Punished under immense pressure. And exposed to excessive wear.
Oh, it's actually.
Nissan, number one in new vehicle quality. We put it through the worst, so you get its best.
For over 60 years, it has been Bronson's mission to provide you and your loved ones the very best supplements that our industry has to offer. Our innovative product line includes an extensive range of premium supplements that are scientifically engineered to cater to the needs and wants of a variety of consumers. Since 1960, we have consistently strived to provide the highest quality supplements for our loyal customers. Our wide assortment of products provides options that are vegetarian friendly, non-GMO, gluten-free, soy-free, and USDA certified organic.
Lag is crazy, and I'm still.
The halfway mark has arrived, and you're in the right spot for more Rocket League as we continue on with the North American Open number 5. Some great matches in Group A there. If you guys missed it, NRG, bit of a struggle, but they cruise on through. We have 4 teams solidified. Let's get 4 more. I'm leaving. On the desk now with me, we've got Turtle and Dazarin to send us off into Group B, guys. Turtle, that first round was pretty good. I mean, entertaining.
We've seen like all sides of NRG today. We've seen like the beast mode pop off. We've seen the throw. We've seen the almost getting swept out of the tournament, and now the comeback side of NRG. Yeah. So we've gotten everything delivered from them.
Right. Daz, how was your nap?
I mean, it was great. It was great. But then I had to wake up. You ever like wake up and know something's wrong?
Yeah, you're just like in a sweat.
Yeah, that was me when NRG went down to
right.
I'm like laying down, I'm like, something's wrong. Hold on, let me.
Yeah. The spidey senses, the NRG senses were tingling, dude.
Yeah. I mean, but it starts with Virtus, man. It's a big win for Virtus to take down NRG. They've done that twice now. NRG go the distance with Virtus. Virtus have won in that aspect. So it's good to see Virtus potentially back in form. They're in the top 6 now. It's a great spot for them. And then NRG in a lower run is scary. I will say one final note next to new. they could have won that series. They absolutely could have won that series, and I think that's something to look at moving forward. I know it sucks too.
Accidentally.
Trying to make that run for Paris, but I mean, even if they are ruled, I don't know if they are technically yet, but if they are, LCQ, they're looking like a big threat.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. Yeah, it'll be very difficult with the points where they're at now, considering the fact that Foot and Virtus have made it through. Yeah, that's not going to be easy for them. But that's a story for another time right now because they're they're not there. And Virtus Pro is on the other side. We see a bit of a look at what the bracket's going to look like tomorrow. Of course, we don't have the teams they're going to play, but an NRG down in the lower bracket, it's quite interesting because they're not going to have their second life. If they do what they did against Virtus Pro today, Turtle, that could be trouble.
Yeah, and I think we're highlighting a lot on NRG because that's obviously the top dogs that we want to talk about. But Gen G bouncing back too and making it and qualifying is great. But we got to figure out who they're going to be up against because the entire Group B is still undecided, and we get to witness all of the chaos once more unfold.
Yeah, I just want to confirm. I did get.
Bro, I got this.
No one in North America is mathematically eliminated from Paris or Worlds yet, so chances are there if you're next to new fans. But obviously,
the copium still exists.
How do you cope?
Yeah, we love it. We love the cope. Hey, but here's Group B. We're going to be starting it off soon. We have our 4 matchups. We're just going to cruise on through this the rest of the day. We got 3 rounds to get through. We'll play 4 matches at once. A reminder that we are going to be jumping around to all those watch party style. Here's the points just so you guys can see.
It's so annoying with this flag, bro. I can't even tell if it's going in or not.
We saw in Europe as well, Daz, that you know, things are still close even in terms of season overall. I like that things have been close. That's what we're here for, is that entertainment.
Exactly. And now eyes are going to be on Rebellion. Eyes are going to be on Dignitas. Anybody else? SSG. Yep.
Oh my god.
Consistency. So we'll see how things kind of shake up as this group gets started. Everybody else is going to be kind of punching upwards in that aspect. But for the top dogs, we've already seen a little bit of form. We've seen half the form from, I would say, 4 of the 7 competitive, super competitive teams in NA, maybe even 8, counting next to new. But now it's time for this group to get started. It's going to be exciting.
Right, yeah, no, absolutely. I mean, I also, there's other teams too. You're looking at like M80s and stuff like that. You know, in the future, are they going to be able to bounce back and inject themselves into the storyline again? That can happen. This isn't the last Open before Paris, so we'll see. But right now, the most important thing is what's happening in front of us, and that's Friday matches in Group B. If you want to watch one team specifically through, because that's more your style, you can do that too. We're here to catch all the highlight moments, the overtimes, and the really close series.
That's so annoying.
We'll be jumping around watch party style from match to match. So
bro, he scored that's crazy. He was a 5-1 and then he scored.
You will forget, I know it. But our first matchups are about to happen here for Group B as we get into Game 1, brought to you by Progressive. Why don't we maybe zoom into one of them? What I think.
Oh no, he scores the worst one.
I'm guessing. We look at one of the teams that topped off North America last week. We look at probably Space Station and Strictly in the top left corner there.
Okay, I see it. Oh.
I can see that being the matchup we want to take a look at the most, as well as maybe the Dignitas and Kraken matchup in the top right. But I think the SSG is like a safe pick.
That was crazy, man.
I agree. I will say
the ball even.
Pick Rebellion versus No Dope, mainly to see Rebellion's form. But they should be able to take that handily. I like that we're zoomed in, though. Strictly Business versus SSG. But right now, Strictly Business with the first goal.
It's Strictly Business.
Ooh, it's only business, okay? And they're in the business of getting goals that start in their own half, almost right in their net, practically. That is just one massive clear down the other side. Space Station Gaming. I think there's been some hesitation here and there. Like, I feel like a lot of North America, that's just a story of like who's gonna come out on top. We witnessed some good stuff from NRG, a little bit of Shopify in Boston, but I don't know, Daz. The region's been kind of under fire lately.
I mean, it's always under fire. It's been under fire for like 5 years. And listen, I had to deal with it. Stumpy stood up, and he was taller than me, all the way in Sweden.
Stumpy's taller than everybody else, though, dude.
Yeah, but it got turned into a cartoon.
Yeah.
Like, that's bad.
Hey, you got to deal with
bad.
You got to deal with Archie on the First Touch podcast talking about, you know, NA is just trash. You know, we were going through the ringer.
I feel like I'm used to it. That being said, though, this this SSG team has been very solid. Not solid on an international level, and I think they're hoping that Zach brings that to them. They're showing at Boston was not much to be desired, and now with Zach returning, you get a little bit more chemistry between Zach and Reveal. And we're seeing Reveal, who's definitely a very solid player, get more comfortable. Seeing Diaz also try to elevate too. I mean, one of the things when they first won that last Open, on First Touch, we played their comms reaction that they had posted where, Diaz was so happy. So he was almost crying that he, won a regional. He said he finally was regional champion. So the hunger is definitely there for the Space Station Gaming team. They showed that they can win against the best in NA. Can they do it again? Can they stay consistent as Zach puts in a second one?
The first step to do it is getting this goal right here, Leaf.
Sorry, I want to ask a question on that too, because so far it's doing good. Zach gets that second goal. They've been looking good. Obviously, look at the
what?
Open that we had. But you're mentioning on the international stage, and I wonder, do we feel like we're past that time where having someone with that veteran LAN experience is necessary? Obviously, there's experience with these players, but I still think that you might need that one player to really solidify that's got a lot of years of experience.
I mean, first of all, great equalizer here from Aqua, good dunk. Wave, I mean, it's really Wave's goal. But to piggyback on that, Leaf, they don't have the experience on the field, but they do have it off the field with their coach Expert. And he coached the Team Liquid of Oski, Apronic, and Atto way back when.
Yeah.
And, that was a top 4 world championship.
That wasn't nice.
Now he's here with this SSG.
You can win this.
And I think it really is people like teams that buy into, his style. It's not perfect. He's definitely not a perfect coach. I'll tell that to him on the broadcast. I'll say it to him to his face. That's just because I've spoken to him over the course of his career a lot. But that being said, he knows what he's doing. And this SSG team is kind of a product of that, I would say. I remember I did an interview with Diaz once, and he was telling me how Diaz wasn't getting respected in South America, so he really wants to win, and he even wants in the international level to play against Furia because he wants Diaz to get a win there against those guys. So
I mean, that's big. That's
What happened over there?
someone on your team that's doing that for you, right? Like looking out for you, not just themselves. That's huge.
Yeah, and to have that hunger is what is needed. And right now, it looks like
Bro,
Strictly
this like crazy.
some hunger on the field in this game. 2 minutes on the clock, and they're going up with the third goal. That's just a high-flying aerial, latent wave, bottom left. Couple of opportunities in Space Station Gaming. We've been talking a lot about them, but Strictly Business are kind of dominating.
Let's shift gears to the Strictly Business, because first of all, Related Wave has always been a
Nice one.
pristine shooter. Think J-Naps back in the day. That's kind of like Wave is a shooter in that aspect, in my opinion. Crispy, I got to talk to Crispy at the Copenhagen kickoff LAN. Such a great guy. Definitely passionate for the game, and he looks good on the field. And then, of course, I haven't spoken too much to Aqua, but you know what Aqua can bring to the table. Very highly mechanical player.
Oh, yeah.
And then their coach is Austin. If you're like an old head, you know who Austin is. He's been in the game for a long time. Like, best friends with Sypical back in the day. So lots of experience even on that roster too, and they're clicking so far.
Yeah, these counterattacks look real good. Nice little touches between each other on the defense, and I don't know, they're starting to move like a full three-headed beast right now. This powerhouse. I think they're gonna close this one out.
Quick mention here, Dignitas, 9 seconds left, up 2-0 in their match against Kraken Seas. Just to give anyone watching an update there as we hit the final minute here of the Strictly Business SSG match.
I feel pretty good so far for Strictly Business. I mean, not a lot of holes in the...
Bro, it's so annoying. The guy literally talked to me.
I was a little bit concerned with SSG2 going into this event because of the loss to Virtus and Swiss stage. That is a match I think that they should win a little bit more handily than they did. And of course, kind of a slower start here to the day. Not the worst thing in the world though right now, but Strictly Business definitely showing their fight here too. Final 30 seconds. It's gonna be up to SSG to see if they can kind of, break the mold. But Strictly Business, the way they're rotating, they look good.
Ooh. Yeah, and I think there's gonna be more panic now for SSG as time is running out. Something's got to start clicking. They've got maybe 1, 2 good looks at the net, and as Relating Wave just cuts out that middle section, it's all but over here for
What
Space
kind of
Station Gaming.
lag is-
Game number 1, strictly business. I'd say this is relatively surprising. Ball hits the ground, and we can take a look now at the rest of the lane.
Yeah, Dignitas taking 3-0.
Very risky.
Into that against Kraken Seas here. And we got 1 up for Shopify Rebellion. Down in the bottom corner there. A bit more intense of a series as it ends off 4-2. But we've got
Yeah, I didn't hit. It looked like I hit it. My lag is.
Coming to a close at the same time here.
Yeah,
I love that
It's actually
synchronicity.
rare that this
I
happens.
love that.
Yeah.
Tech issue here and there, yeah.
Perfect timing to get all of it synced up.
Now, what is perfect is in the last round when you just got the 2 series going on, is when one has a slow start or a tech issue. So then they're perfectly offset. You could just jump halfway through each game as it's going. You just get the latter half. That's what we're here for.
So you might be the one responsible for these tech issues. I bet you're
I am
somehow
pulling
sabotaging
plugs
everything.
out as much as I can.
Whose controller are you unplugging out here?
I just whichever one I close my eyes. There it is. Yeah.
Dude.
I'm not doing any of that. Don't worry, Daz.
Okay, I'm a little concerned, man.
Don't worry about it.
You're a little too happy admitting that.
Yeah, right. I'm just like, here I am,
Wait, hold on.
red-handed. Please catch me.
I'm
You
kind
might
of
need to be
surprised that
investigated.
Dig took that game so easily. It was 3-0. You know, I mean, I expected to win, but I thought that maybe Krakens were going to give them a little bit more run for their money, as this is the one we're going to focus on. And I don't know. We were seeing a lot of familiar names. I feel like a lot of NA, a lot of bubble teams is like it's just a big mix-up of just recognizable names. You've seen them around for a while, but they kind of come and go here. And when will they start to really find their stride? I think Zanil is somebody I'm always looking at to really hit their form.
I was gonna say,
We're both gonna say.
yeah, we'll
Tell me first, and then we'll see if we're
Okay.
the same brand.
It's funny you mentioned Kraken Seas because they're the team that knocked M80 out in the Swiss stage last Sunday. They were both in the 1-2 round of Swiss, so loser got eliminated. Series went 5 games, and Kraken Seas won, and that's part of the reason why they're here. They also end up sweeping Team Silence in round 5, so no slouches here.
No, not at all.
What? That looks impossible.
Like a little bit out.
Literally, the lag made it look impossible.
I think the reason we see that in the
Lag
West,
is
that kind
crazy.
of conception towards North America is like, oh, there's only like 1 or 2 teams. Is we see these players a lot, but we see them really threatening at that top level. And I think one of the few teams, maybe next to New now is one of those, but one of the few teams be like Virtus Pro that's been doing that. So you need to see that consistency. I think from players like these, we just haven't seen that overall consistency across tournaments.
I think it's a little bit of that, but my biggest thing is how the teams are playing, the play style. If you were here at the beginning of the show, I gave NRG a lot of love based on how they were moving the ball around, and I feel like that's because what they do works well in an international level. Over time, over first touch, I've given teams like Rebellion a lot of criticism. Oh my! Whoa! What was that, Bora?
Off the ceiling, gets the flip, then waits for it, and another flip reset. That's like an instant
Top
reload
play
in the
top
air.
play for tomorrow, please.
Speed of that too.
Yeah, it's quite literally reloading the cannon with that second flip reset.
I'll be honest though, top 5's a little full of beast mode right now, so it's we're pretty full up here.
You're gonna have to do a lot to outpace beast mode with what we witnessed earlier.
Fair enough. But yeah, no, my biggest thing was play style. Like for Rebellion, I felt like the way that they played earlier on in the season didn't work on an international level, and now I feel like what they're trying to do now is get better to play at an international level. They're starting to pass more, and like not play too much like solo ball, and I feel like that's been working out for them, or at least I think it will. Once they get back to the international stage, I think that's the biggest thing too with North American teams in the gap right now. Is just you don't want to play this game like you're playing just like ranked 3s or 6-man. So you're trying to play like with high like team involvement. I think that's what separates the good teams from the great, in my opinion.
It can be hard to develop as a team that's up and coming too. You know, if you don't have the right infrastructure, there's definitely something to be said about having an esports organization backing you, giving you the funds to have like a
Bro, this lag is.
more development there with like the mental side of things. So just feeling like you're truly being.
Oh, that's not lagging.
Team,
Hope it stays like.
that's what makes it difficult to be a bubble roster in any region. see. Dignitas look like they're dominating this one. Maybe we can swap over to a different land.
Yeah, I was gonna say this matchup's going the way we expected. Yeah, Turtle, you said you kind of hope it would be there, but you see some close series around the board. Bottom left there, you've got another 1-0 there, but it is already 1 up, 4-1. Shopify's up 2-0, but we have a close series over.
Okay, it's not lagging.
And Space Station matchup. So why don't we hop down to that one? 2 minutes left. With Strictly Business up 1-0 in the series. You know, we're expecting SSG Daz to fight back on this for sure.
That's the thing about expectations. Sometimes people fail to meet them. I mean, we'll have to see. Right now, they got the pressure. Oh, this should be a goal.
Ooh,
yeah, that's a good bump.
That is free.
That's a good off-ball bump from Diaz to make the net open. Reveal was playing in a case, but look at Diaz. Aqua, come here. Get out the way. Toodaloo.
I still feel like even if he didn't get bumped, it would have been a bad position. He's just like
Oh my god.
on the 1v1, but that's some off-ball classic.
That's like so rare.
SSG are back on top.
All right.
Classic, knock him out the way.
Classic, just get him out of here, dude. See, that's the position that Leaf, if we ever play Rocket League together, you can just be the guy who bumps.
Why? You think I got nothing else?
Because you can't aerial, dude. You're not gonna be up there like Zach is right here.
Man.
I can aerial. I just can't hit the ball.
Me
Can you hit it like this,
personally, I'm not taking that.
You're gonna see you would be Zach in my rank games, just stealing the goals like that.
Yo,
that one was
100%,
clearly going in, and you would have just robbed it from me at
Goal
Space
secure.
Station.
Yo, chat, we got any goal securers in chat?
And he basically who steals all the goals.
No, team play. Make sure we're
Okay. Team play 3-1. Either way, it doesn't matter who scored the goal as long as they got the goal. SSG 3-1, some security. I don't think we haven't really seen anything too crazy.
Bro, I'm only losing.
To start us off in Group B. And I think the more craziness will obviously begin in the next round once we
Just kidding, I won.
SSG up against Dignitas match. I think that's what we're all anticipating, right?
I just lost so much.
I think so. And it looks like we might be headed there.
Okay.
This is a big.
You know what?
This one's over.
Yeah. This one might be over. Yeah.
We're seeing fireworks on display. Every member of Strictly Business got demoed in a goal replay.
Bro, seriously, what is my team?
It may be done here. There is another close series. 30 seconds left down in the Shopify one down there as well.
Well, they gave up one.
Yeah. So I mean, maybe you have
20
an
seconds,
overtime
yeah.
on the horizon.
Yeah, I say we go bottom left. I'm feeling maybe something in the
feeling
air. Yeah. This is classic 10-second fumble. Okay. Yeah.
No.
There.
Okay.
That's insane. The one time I choose a series to go to. Come on, man. I can't get in.
You're on timeout, Turtle.
This has happened to me last week too. Anytime I'd say anything, the opposite would happen. I'm just proving that I know absolutely no ball.
How is that possible?
I think you know ball.
Bro, that's the craziest goal to me.
Man, I appreciate you.
That's not.
I do want to get your thoughts on this Rebellion team.
There's a slight chance on every kick about that.
Dude, I feel bad in a way for First Killer.
Sad is his first emotion.
Yeah. When I think about them, I don't get any good emotions, and that's not necessarily okay. There it is. See, that's
Crazy that I
when
just.
we tune in, but it's not enough. But in terms of Shopify and like the general landscape, it just feels so disjointed. Like when I was watching them in Boston, I don't know. They just don't move as a team. I think maybe there's been a lot of talk about First Killer being the reason why that happens. A lot of teams he gets on. I feel like it's like a natural evolution with whatever team First Killer's on. It just kind of shifts into this weird like solo play. The team is disjointed and not moving together. LJ's been getting a lot of shade too, but I thought he was the best performer in Boston. I don't know if that's a hot take or not, but it is not clicking. It's not clicking, man.
We might need to get you on First Touch. I'm liking what I'm hearing.
Thank you.
This guy's got a take that I think a lot of people might need to be listening to. Okay. I mean, you're not too far off. That being said, though, I feel like they have like leveled up this time around. Or
But are
like
they leveling up together, Dad? That's the question.
Oh,
is it like a team level up, or is it a solo? Just okay, you did a great job here with that solo play, nice job, but nobody actually moves and progresses the team. That's the problem.
That's fair. Yeah. I mean,
at this point.
we need the answers, though. We need the answer. I think we'll figure it out though this weekend. Taroko.
This is hello, Krakens. Are we back? We're all quiet right now.
Here's the thing, because I'm trying to think about like whether I should even ask the question of
Okay.
like, are we gonna get another best of 5 here? It's like,
Dude, that's been our whole motto. So we can't do that anymore. We gotta.
yeah, and that's the thing. Like, I didn't want to ask you because like I don't know if I'm like confident enough to ask that to like have someone say yes and then be right.
I don't think
Like,
we
I
get
don't know if we're
any
going
best of 5s in this round.
on this
Like,
round at all. It is round 1. Remember, we're in a new group. We're in Group
Yeah.
B, so this is where the reels will happen.
And Group A, the only best of 5 was next to New and Foot. And
Yeah.
I'm feeling we don't get any best of 5s here.
We're definitely getting a best of 5.
You know that he
no,
said
no.
it. Yeah.
He said that. Well, don't worry, the best of 5 will happen. I think Strictly Business SSG will be the 5.
There's just no way. SSG would look too good.
Okay. Wait.
Or not.
Yeah, I mean,
sorry.
we don't think it's gonna happen.
Oh.
I mean, okay, maybe not. Like they're 2 up. Let's shift back on this one again because we've been looking at the Strictly Business matchup before, and if Kraken C stays up, we'll tune back into that one. But we got a close series on the other one. Shopify Rebellion down in the bottom left there is at match point. We got a match point for 1 as well in the bottom right. So let's see how this 1-1 series.
Bro, that guy's so good now.
Okay, I see why you said this one was going to go to game 5 for a second. I was getting a bit lost in the sauce.
Really good by not doing.
It's crazy to still see Relating Wave even on the field, dude. This man has been at it for so long.
You gotta ride the wave, man.
Dude.
Relating wave is almost inevitable. You know,
He is inevitable.
He's inevitable. Like, if NA gatekeeper is a European, former European. I can't even call him former European pro, but a European is an NA gatekeeper, and that's Relating wave. Like he's put NRG to the test. He's putting anybody to the test. You got to get past him if you really want to qualify here in these regional events. And Zach, he's putting it past him. What a shot.
I think look at the passing. I like all these touches from everybody from SSG. A little hesitation there out of Reveal in the corner. And then that touch out of Diaz was absolutely perfect. You can't ask for a better setup if you're Zach. 2-1, SSG on top.
Now, I kind of want to bring up that point here, is of the gatekeeping here. I feel like any of the Europeans that come over are that. Like, they've become the new floor that you have to get past.
Yeah.
Right? Like, they've kind of,
Slot.
Europeans are the Guardians.
Slot. Right. You want to represent this? You want to represent this country? Or not this country, this region?
You don't forget about us.
I mean, to be honest, it is basic.
I love Canada.
But there are Canadians. But that's it. There's no Mexican.
You gotta get through EU.
Did you feel that way about Abjack when he was over here?
No, yes, he's
Well,
like
you can't ask me that because, like, during that time I was paid. I loved them.
Okay.
That's
fair.
true.
That's, wow.
The bias
Wait,
there.
serious?
Blah, 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 blah.
I mean,
Hey, at least
No way, bro.
I can't be most of the. Well,
you were literally bought.
You
I
just
was
said it,
bought.
though.
yeah, I was bought. I was gonna say most of the time. Most of the time.
That's it
Most of the time, unless it's paying it up.
for me. Like, it was a great shot and a
When
fan.
we came into this game, SSG were all over Strictly Business. And what is going on now? Zach's
That's a
getting
bully.
assaulted in the corner.
Those are gatekeepers are closing the gate. Look at Crispy. I mean, great work around the defense there. It's just how they move around the field. This is one of those things where oh my! I didn't think he would get the demo. Whoa! Okay,
He
wait,
didn't even
let's get
have
that
any.
in.
He had no boost left too, and he still got the demo. Check this out. I think when does he run out of boost? Right there.
Oh,
that has got to
wow.
be
That's a
so
difference.
accurate to get the bump and the demo with the accurate shot to Aqua. This is why when we came in here, Dez, you were talking about him, the mechanical prodigy, he could do anything.
Yeah, he can. It looks like he's on today, which, I mean, you start to wonder, is that upset gonna happen? Strictly Business, I mean, halfway through the game, there's still plenty of time for SSG here. But if Strictly Business can hold on to this lead, they put SSG on match point. And like I said, this is just a team, they can have a solid play style. Like Crispy and Wave together, like they know how to move around the field. And then, of course, if Aqua gets space, we saw what he can do with that space.
Yeah.
It's going to be a challenge for SSG.
They're stuck in the corner right now. This is just at this point getting out, but met well. Crispy in the midfield. SSG. I'm telling you, when we came into this game, they had some good corner play. That pass to get up 2-1 earlier on was fantastic. Here's another good cross-pitch pass over to Diaz in the midfield. They can work together and connect the dots.